The secret side of me, I never let you see. I keep it caged, but I can't control it. So stay away from me, the beast is ugly. I feel the rage and I just can't hold it. It's scratching on the walls, in the closet, in the halls. It comes awake and I can't control it. Hiding under the bed, in my body, in my head. Why won't somebody come and save me from this? Make it end. I feel it deep within, it's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I hate what I've become, the nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster.
We are live on Shaggy TV for a little full throttle motorsports Sunday Night Madness, and I'll tell you what, that's exactly what you're going to get here. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, the home where 410s love to go play in the clay. I'll tell you, it is not an easy place to pass. Anyone who's been here at Williams Grove knows that. It's a place where you got to earn every spot you get. And man, I love coming up here and hanging out on Friday nights. Let's see, actually. So, I would be hanging out, I guess. I hang out on the other side of the American flag. You see that flag waving over the audio and video billboard. I've said it once, said it 1,000 times. I don't like the dirt, man. I'm a sprint car guy, but I don't like the dirt getting thrown out to the outside. You know, it can get dusty. See a little bit of dust there floating up off a floor. And that is exactly what happens here to a much larger scale. So you could not get me to sit on that front stretch. If the tickets were free, I would rather pay even go sit in the pits, or just stand in the pits, excuse me. But definitely a place where it is good racing, and this group of guys, they're going to give it to us. It's not going to be easy. This is a track where, you know, everybody's going to have those different lifting points. A lot of guys are going to drag the brakes. I'm one of the guys who will do that here too, especially if you're going to run the bottom. You kind of need to. I wish we could get that brake glow. iRacing hasn't given that to us yet. This is a place, man, you come up here on Friday night. Turns 3 and turns 1 are glow and orange from a lot of these guys. So this is the rotor fly off. But right now we're watching Gas Money here in the 118. He's one of those guys, man, always good no matter what he's in. But I would say the best no matter what he's in. It's this guy. 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy, which leads me to your points. Joseph Grandy has a, let's see, I'm looking at a pretty small 40-point lead, that looks like to me, because I'm seeing 870 to 830, if I'm not seeing the right thing. I'll tell you, by all means, do your own math, but Joseph Grandy, pretty good points lead here with 2 weeks left, counting tonight for the All-Stars. So they weren't running the full 12 weeks. You know, at the halfway point, we ran the, I believe it was 75 lapper. It may have been 100 laps. I can't remember. I think it may have 75 laps. You know what? Let me look. I was just looking at the schedule. I don't want to lie to you. Yeah, it was 75 laps at Charlotte. That's right. Okay. We took that week off here for the All-Stars, which, you know, we've been rotating cars every week. Now we're in the 410s this week, as you heard my spiel in the beginning. Grandy's been versatile, man. No matter what, he's been running up towards the front. Had some guys missing here every now and then. You know, that doesn't help in the race against Grandy, but he's done phenomenal. And, man, if he could just pull it off 2 more weeks here, 2 more weeks. He can bring it home. With the modifieds that are coming up next, we still have 3 races to go in those, counting tonight, because obviously the season finale. Well, next week, let's see. Well, tonight for the modifieds, we're going to go play at I-55. Then we're going next week to Lincoln. And then we're finishing off the season finale, 100 laps at the Oswego Speedway. That is going to be a good one. It's tricky to pass there. You're going to need to, use it a little bit here. Maybe try to make something work on the outside that's not there at Oswego. We're going to championship night. Going to try to make it work any which way you can. And for these guys, we're going to be at Oswego next week as well for the All-Stars. So that will be where we're wrapping up the season. Oh, Dino! I'll tell you what. Call an ambulance for, oh my gosh. Gas money coming up on it. I'm not sure what that was there. That had to be netcode. We're going to rewind here. Because it like still read that Dean was there. So let's this could be good. So we're not even gonna see. There we go. So Dean had been gone for a while. But it still registered that he was there. When I say a while, maybe half a second, but that's a while in racing. We're expecting to roll right on through that, but gas money good in there. Got held up by the invisible brick wall. They're both going to backup cars now here before we go into qualifying. Go hang out above the bridge here for a little bit. Should have Joseph coming around under the bridge here. No, that's not Joseph. That's Bachman. Might be Nick. Let's see. Oh, that's Bickford. So that was Bachman. 007 always running different schemes here, trying to catch me by surprise. Fighting it coming off a 4. That's only going to get worse. The shinier that gets, the worse that's going to get. Oh, crap. You know what?
All right, boys. Normally I'd give you a driver's meeting. There's 11 of us in here.
You see what's going on here. So Scott's going to behave himself.
Same.
I've been doing too much racing lately. Trying to get that I rating up. Oh, man. Oh, I just realized the chat. So we got Gas Money out there. We got Showtime out there. We got Get Nasty out there. Couple people, man. Missing tonight. That sucks, but hopefully they get back at it here with us. For next week, still got a race or 2 left here, but so I am gonna be a bad commentator here for a second during qualifying, and the answer is I'm so used to these guys running 360s that I didn't notice 410 on the schedule, and a lot of my cameras are for the 360, but I can solve that by transferring those cameras over from the folder. So we're going to pick up whoever pulls out here on the car, on the racetrack first. You're going to hear, I'm going to be a little more quiet than normal here in qualifying as Dino rolls out here. Rolls the top through 3 and 4. Coming to the green flag here. This will be for lap number 1 for Dean Reynolds. Anthony, you see there, purple sector 1. Let's see here. Tyler Knopf, though, at the top. Joseph Grandy now takes it over. The Ant-Man, where does he come? There he goes, P2. I was going to say, seeing that purple, we knew it was coming, but right now, Grandy at the top. Final time around. Dino does improve. He's going to jump up to P3. Grandy going to stay right there with that 16.78, but still at the top of the charts. Looking pretty good there for 100 grand. This is perfect, Clay. You are the perfect guy to be on while you roar around that racetrack. You know, you are the perfect camera guy. I mean, you're all like, that was blistering. What kind of time was that? 30.1. Clay, I wish you were listening. Let's see how close you can get. I was going to say to 35 seconds. This is the strategy. So I think, yeah, you don't want to overheat the motor. So you just hit the brakes there and let it run, and, you know, get no airflow to let it overheat. So I just contradicted myself. But Clay, it's all about having fun here. We got gas money out there on the racetrack in the 118. Like I say, my apologies for being so quiet here. I'm trying to stealthily do this. Definitely not going easily. You know, we would have hoped for. Replace that file. And now you are going to see the iRacing stuff come up. This is my apologies. There's no other way around this. I've got to do this. Got to load the car. Okay, so I did have one the whole time. Well, gosh dang it. Just never loaded it. Apparently I've made 410 cameras before, but hey, qualifying's over. What are you going to do? You know? No point crying about it. You win some, you lose some. I lost this one. We'll see who wins out there on the racetrack as we take a look at our starting grid here. Row 3 to the outside, the 639 of Dylan Kinsey to the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 2 to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the 41 of Tyler Knopf. Row number 1 for heat race number 1. Winner will start on the pole to the outside, the 07 of Bicky, Tyler Bickford, and starting on the pole, the 518 of 100 grand. Joseph Grandy. Remember, he's your point leader. So, and I'll tell you what, there's no way he's watching this, but my partner at, I don't want to jinx it yet, okay? I don't want to jinx it. But, a guy who I work with on the 3-man team, I think I got the... You're going to hear that sound, that dumb replay sound when I click the hide. My apologies. I will figure out how to get that off. He'll probably tell me how to get that off, too, to be honest with you. But he saved me. My overlay should not stack anymore. I'm so happy. Hopefully I have the medicine for that here every time. Should go around again here. Not ready to roll just yet. iRacing wants us, they want us to take our time now. They don't want us to hurry up and go. I could have swore I had a still camera thing here. That's what I was worried about with mine. Maybe I just moved him here to above. Huh. Might have loaded everything wrong here. No, I do have my... Hey, that'll go there. Alright, I had to play around with this a little bit. Oh, that's right off the note. Okay. I'm liking what I see, just not liking the names of them. As we roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, we get ready to roll. Joseph Grandy drops the hammer. We're underway. And we've got 8 to play at the Williams Grove Speedway. Sam Bachman trying to make it work on the bottom, and my apologies. That's what I don't like. Everything out of order. I didn't get my normal start camera there. Grandy doesn't care. He's off, man. He's gone. Tyler Knopf trying to cork up that bottle and here holding the P2. Oh, big wreck in the back. The Brewerton Beast bicycles down the front stretch, lands on all fours. Wild ride there for the 513 of Jeff Barker. Sam Bachman, big gap between him and Bicky. Tyler Knopf, excuse me. He jumps up over the cushion there, driving up into Hershey Kisses. Lots of grip, but it's a long way around here at Williams Grove, so I don't know if you want to go up there that early. He's making it work right now. He's really fighting a loose race car coming off the corner. As we roll out of 2, you see Joseph Crandy. Bye-bye. 5 laps to go, and you got to think, without a big mistake, this man in the 518 gonna bring it home no problem. Tyler Knopf, he's got to hold it together though. Mickey trying to reel him in here in the 07. What can Tyler Bickford do here? Let's go on that nose. Really sends it in sideways, trying to angle up for that straight exit. Pretty good there. Let's see what he does here again this time. Does he drive it in as deep? Let's see, doesn't pitch it as far. Liking that top side on exit. Coming off through 3 and 4 this time. What do they do? Bicky, so close he can taste it. Not a lot of sand in the hourglass though. 2 laps left to play. Do it different here in PA. You know, we drive it in hard, we drive it in deep, right up top. That's how Grandy likes to do it. Fits the PA style. And with the white flag out, a 3-second, almost 4-second gap over the battle here for P2. As Knopf has kind of extended that a little bit. Bicky gets in the outside wall, pulls a wheelie. But final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves for Grandy. He brings home heat race number 1, and your point leader will start on the pole. Tyler Knopf 2nd, Bachman 3rd, Bickford 4th, Kinsey 5th, and the Brewerton Beast rounds out the field. As well. Now, what did I just do here? Now I have Ryan. Okay, so, I jinxed myself. Me and Ryan got to go back to work here. I'm going to have to reload this here. My apologies, because now I have Ryan's stuff at the bottom from our league. So, shame on me. There we go. You guys got it right. I can fix my end. I'm not too worried about it there. Oh, Anthony having some fun. Let's take a look here. Let's bring up that grid. Can't do it the way Ryan taught me here because I have mine rigged up. Shame on me. We'll figure it out here. Starting grid for heat race number 2. Putt-putt rounding out the field in that 51. Row 2 to the outside. Gas money in the 118 to the inside, the 88 of William Watson. Row number 1 for heat race number 2 to the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds, and starting on the pole, the 32 of the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Yep, nope. Not gonna work that way for me, Ryan. Shame on you. You tried to help me. For that, I appreciate you. You're out there watching. Let's see here as we go down the backstretch for the final time. We're gonna see that pace truck pull off, and we're gonna get ready to go play in the clay here at Williams Grove Speedway. 8 laps to get it done here. Can the Ant-Man hold on? Can his teammate in the 79 find a way on by as the green flag is high? It's ready to fly. We drop the hammer out of 4, and we're ready to play. Pulling some wheelies flags there, and that 79 trying to rein it back in here. He holds on to P3, but William Watson right away, third to second in that 88 machine. Can he go to work here on his teammate in that 32? Or is Anthony too far gone? 1.3 up the road into 1. Dino trying to put up a fight here as we go under the bridge at Williams Grove. What can he do? Had a good start there, starting spot I should say, but kind of muffed that start. Pulling the wheelie a little too much, hammer down for that 79. And now he's trying to pick up the pieces here. I mean, doesn't really stand much of a chance to go up there and get at the Ant-Man unless Anthony makes a mistake. But if he wants to get back to P2, he's got to do it when he's got the chance. And that was maybe one of those chances. All over the back of the 88 here. As he had the run, didn't think about the slide job, and now, well, look, I mean, he went down low. Brandon Geiswhite, gas money trying to rip it, but now Dino looking for the send there, and William Watson gets in the wall. He's going to lose 2 spots. Gas money looking for the discount here, but he's all out of cash. Only going to get the 1. Can he come back later and maybe get the second one? He's got 3 laps to do it. Dean Reynolds back up to second. Anthony Morano comes across that charity stripe. 2 laps to play here at Mechanicsburg, PA. He's going to have time to go down the road and stop at the sheets, maybe grab himself a hot dog or 2. He is 2.3 seconds up the road here, make it 2.5 as the white flag flies. Dino trying to hold on to P2, gas money all over that rear end. What can he do as they go down the backstretch for the final time? Anthony Morano off of 4. He sees the checkered flag wave. He brings home heat race number 2. And Dean Reynolds holds on to P2. Gas money, putt, and Watson round out the field. So now apparently, okay. I guess I just don't have the buttons that he has. Now, this is the time where you get to listen to me talk to myself. I could mute myself like normal. You know what? We'll go with the mute myself like normal. We'll sit here, stay trackside, hang out, but you're going to see different stuff popping up on the screen because I need to learn my new buttons. We'll be right back. I definitely like the way that other one works, or I mean looks for comparison. I mean, I do. Well, I clicked the wrong tower there. I do prefer my tower a little more, gives the time and those logos and whatnot. But man, if only I could find a button for those. So what I'm talking about is obviously his side will go up under, but that driver thing, the sprint car, the way Ryan has that worded, that is phenomenal looking. I don't have a button to make it go away, other than make everything go away. For instance, like when I do that, it'll make his bottom side thing go away. But pretty neat things I'll have to mess with here. Hopefully, if the FTM gang, if they're like, hey, Shaggy, you did okay, we want you to do another one for us. Maybe it'll look a little different, a little better next season here, but we'll see. You know the drill by now. They have the 5-minute warm up, but they're only allowed 3 minutes on the track. We had cut it short a couple times, and it cost some drivers. So we were just the minds melted here, and we decided, why not just hold it up the whole time? Might as well just hang out, let the guys rely on that 5 minutes. That way, in case something comes up, they have time to go do it. And they can get back here and race, and it's I think worked out to most drivers' benefit here. I mean, I don't know anybody who's that upset for time here. They can't wait 2 minutes. It's Tyler Knopf. He's driving through cars, he's tearing things up, but he's having fun doing it in that 41. We'll see here as we try to figure out what's going through the mind of that driver. I don't know if I could do that. I mean, that seems like it's maybe easy, but it is not that easy to control that. And, that was pretty good. I mean, that you just painted the pit road pretty well there. I'm very impressed. Like, not even kidding. I'm very impressed with that. It's pretty good. Now, okay, this is what I'm going to be anxious to see. So I'm going to try something different here just because we have long pace laps. So don't hate me. And a little test here for the modifieds because this is where the FTM gang pretty much just has fun. The other one, they have a lot more. Now, okay, so no, when I do that, though, doesn't make the other one go away like I like. Now it does work well, look well. Does not make it go away. I'd like it to go away. Can't win them all. Let's take a look at the starting grid. Rounding out the field, the Brewerton Beast in the 513, Jeffrey Barker. Row 5 to the outside, the 88 of William Watson to the inside, the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. Row 4 to the outside, the 51 of Putt Clay Christopherson to the inside, Bicky in the 07, Tyler Bickford. Row 3 to the outside, the 118 of Gas Money Brandon Geiswhite to the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 2 to the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds to the inside, the 41 of Tyler Knopf. Row 1 for your 410 Sprint Car A main feature event here at the Williams Grove Speedway, presented by Swan Speed Shop and Expert Insulation. To the outside, the 32 of the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano, and starting on the pole, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. Let's see. Will the guys behave? Will they be naughty here? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. As well as these drivers, well, I guess I could have. As well as these drivers race each other, as much respect as they have for each other, you know, maybe going to go caution-free, but boy, that's pressure. 30 laps at Williams Grove? My gosh, you don't come here on a Friday night and see that, that's for sure. So, we'll see what happens. Could be eventful. Could be quick. Either way, the 518 is your points leader here. Pop it up one more time for you just in case you didn't see it. That is a look at the points we have tonight and next Sunday. These are the final 2 races. And Gas Money, PC issues, couldn't race. Dang it. Tough break, Gas Money. Hopefully we get that worked out, but the green flag waves. We're underway. 30 to play in the play at Williams Grove Speedway. Grandy hooking up on that top shelf, got her screaming. 32 looking to hang on here. He joins the party. He does make it work, but now the 41 dancing with the devil downstairs through 3 and 4. You see him tiptoeing coming off the corner. He gets all that grip going down the straightaway. That's where it pays off. Running that Lance DeWeese line through 1 and 2. Look at that 41 ripping the inside. Man, you come up here on a Friday night, that's how you're going to see that 69K, you know, that Kreitz machine. LD drove it for so many years, not in it anymore, but they still hook it up to run that inside, and it is famous for it. I mean, you can run the top shelf if you need to, but boy, a lot of guys don't know how to play down there, and oh, that's why it can get dirty, it can get nasty. Tyler Knopf loses 3 spots. Dean Reynolds on up the third. Putt started in the back in that 51. He crawled. Man, well, here he comes. Clay ready to play. All the way up to 3rd after that blistering qualifying lap for the 51 that put him in the back. Look at him tearing this place down. Joseph Grandy, though, look at it. I mean, this is Williams Grove. That leader gets the clean air, gets out front, hits his marks. He is gone. Anthony trying to defy logic here, trying to bring him back. Just not having any luck as William Watson gets to the outside here. That 41 of Tyler Knopf. Tyler was hooking up so well. But we've really seen that car kind of get out from underneath him here in these last couple laps. Going back to the outside, though, feeling strong. That 41 went the long way around. He's up top, going down the backstretch. Little contact between him and the 88. Bart can't slide up in the center of the corner. And Tyler Knopf looking across underneath here. Feels more comfortable on the bottom. Swings it back up top as Dino and Anthony, they battle it out. Anthony must have had a little bit of a hiccup there. Loses that spot, the putt, and his teammate in the 79. And here comes another one. Sam Bachman. He's got to get off that loud pedal. The 32 came right over across his nose. Close call there as the caution flag waves for the first time. The Brewington Beast. Jeff Barker involved. I believe Tyler Knopf as well. At 41, let's see what happened. So Tyler, you see, just gets loose, comes down the racetrack across the 513. Jeff Barker, nothing he could do. And just fighting for grip out here. Not even halfway, so it is going to get worse. And oh, smart to come to a stop there. Didn't want to put those guys a lap down. And, you know, keep it a little more competitive. Well, I guess caution laps don't count, so wouldn't have got lapped. But anyways, 100 grand out front. Still gonna have 21 laps to go here. When we get the green flag, we're not gonna go back racing just yet. Should go around at least one more time after this, I think. Not 2. So yeah, the lights stay on, so we're definitely going around one more time after this. Now, you know, if he gets mad at me...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh is right, Anthony. You know, I mean...
I didn't know if Zach, you see that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about. You know, you're one of those guys, you love Williams Grove. What happened, man? Did it sneak up on you?
Yeah, little experience in a 410 doesn't help, but yeah, I just kind of screwed up there. So now I got to get back to it and stop being stupid and see if I can get back up here and be able to actually talk to you about how I did something good instead of something stupid.
Yeah, man. Well, you doubled up here, so I'll send you back, but I'll give you a word of advice. That 51's quick. Follow him around. Go get him, Anthony.
Thanks, Shaggy.
Yeah, and that wasn't Anthony's fault. He didn't hear me right away because I forgot that I'm changing it right now on Discord. I was pushed to talk, so that is why I had to repeat myself there real quick to get Anthony to answer me. He was not ignoring me. He literally could not hear me. As we roll through 3 and 4, you see that pace truck dives off. 100 grand drops that hammer. We're back underway. Blackjack 21 to play. Here's the Gettysburg, PA. 100 grand ripping that top shelf. Look at Putt Putt, man. Here he comes. That 51, he is singing a song here. He is singing the Lance DeWeese song. Down low, through 3 and 4. Look at him go. I'll tell you what, everybody wants to go up there and sing a song on the high side. But if you hear, I caught people by surprise when Lincoln first came out in the Coast to Coast Racing League, and I actually almost won that race. I think Patrick passed me with 2 laps left because they weren't familiar, you know, with the inside at Lincoln. And I'll tell you what, not many people know you can make it roll like this here at Williams Grove either. But if you back that thing down, you play nice on corner entry, you can get rewarded coming off the corner. And Clay is trying to come here at the 518, but now giving up on the bottom, just running out of grip down there. Loses the rear end going down the backstretch, and now Dino, he's got to check up off that loud pedal. Dean Reynolds here, as the caution flag waves, not going to be able to make the move. Looked like he was setting up his teammate pretty well here, but Sam Bachman involved. Let's see what happened to the 007, the Samaconda. Oh, I think we see what's going to happen here. Just clips that tire a little bit. Comes up the racetrack. Jeff Barker, he has a bullseye painted on that 513 tonight, apparently. The Brewerton Beast can go nowhere. And, oh, man, Dylan Kinsey and Gas Money, he gets out there, didn't even realize Gas Money ended up getting back out there, and then the track tells him to go, you know, where to go shove it. And, man, that's a tough break there, but what are you going to do? That's racing. You know, you got to play the hand you're dealt. Right now, Grandy dealt a pretty good hand here as we mute ourselves because I had the wife turn the TV off and I never reset the thermostat. And Dino knows he is in New York. We're in the 60s here on the East Coast. And if this heat does not get turned off in 10 seconds, I may pass out. So bear with me. Truly thought death was an option for me there for a couple minutes as the sweat was pouring down my forehead. A much needed caution. I'm sorry, you know, Sam. I wish it didn't have to be you, but forever grateful. As we roll around here, let's see. The 518 got 100 grand set to drop the hammer here as he watches that pace truck below. We go to our starter stand. We watch him wave that green flag, and we're back underway. 17 to play at Williams Grove Speedway. We'll zoom out a little bit because Clay getting a good run here on the bottom. Putt Putt, look at that thing. I mean, he's always good, especially before they get up the full song, but it seemed like he abandoned the bottom before that caution came out. Going right back there, man. He's going hunting. Oh, caution flag waves, I believe Bickford Well, I mean, if Bickford wasn't involved, something else happened for sure. Let's see here. My wife just came out, and I'm going to just address this because it was so hot. I put the AC on, so you don't need to change anything. I love you. No, thank you. my apologies. She came out just to catch that. Maybe heard me complaining about it, and it was easier to just go look at it than be complaining about it. But I didn't want it changed because if the AC isn't on right now, I'm going to die. Oh, it's Anthony Morano. Okay, so he bounces off that outside wall. Bickford then collected, nowhere to go in that 07, and he goes for an absolutely wild ride. Holy shit. It's up on all fours. Man's probably disoriented. But Bickford, he is definitely gonna need a quick repair if he wants to come back out here. That's for sure. There's a lot of damage done to that race car. Light's still on the pace truck though, so he's got time. Not gonna be super quick. He's got time to get back out there. Joseph Grandy's got to be the favorite, I'd think, to hold on to this. I mean, Clay, nothing against him. He definitely could get it done, but it just seems like so, he's got to run the bottom. That's nothing against him. That's what he likes, But it just seems like they're 1 and 2 right when the caution even flew. It looked like in the center of the corner, he just didn't have that grip that he needed. And honestly, if anything, the caution maybe gave him some relief and gives him a chance to start right back on the tail tank here one more time, because Grandy had hooked up there and he was getting ready to tug on that leash a little bit. So we'll have to see. Coming to the halfway point here at the Williams Grove Speedway. The pace truck is off. Grandy drops that hammer. We're back underway. Jump to the 51. He's right there. Back to the inside. What can he do? Much better this time through 1 and 2, but Grandy like a bat out of hell. Off the 2. So much speed. He is just roaring. But now he goes down, tries to protect. Maybe got lost in the sauce. And putt down low. Trying to make it work. Binds up in the center of the corner. 100 grand back home. Beating it down back to the lead. But Clay Christopherson not going away in the 51. Grandy right back to that top shelf. Clay Christopherson on the bottom here, trying to reel him back in. He's so close. I mean, he can taste that thing. One mistake from Grandy like that, and that could be enough to lose this lead. But Clay, it's a thin line down there. I mean, look, he's almost got the lawnmower out, but he hooked it up. He's side by side. He was right there next to the grass. He found some moisture down low. Coming to the line, they make contact. Grandy goes around. Yellow flag waves, yellow flag waves. We saw it battle for the lead. Couldn't tell what exactly happened there. We're going to go upstairs. Try and get a little better view of it here. So obviously there, Clay comes up a little bit. He wasn't sure, that Grandy was going to come down, and they do kind of meet in the middle. I mean, Grandy had came down last, but it all happened so fast. Grandy might have thought that room was still there, wanted to pinch him down a little bit on corner entry. And, I mean, there is not a guy you can really put the blame on there. Just two guys racing hard for the lead, and kind of what you expect. And, I mean, if Grandy, can't pull this back and get maybe back up into that top four, the points get a whole lot more interesting rolling into next week. I'm not sure what it is per position, what their fall off per point is. But remember, I mean, him and Clay, they're battling for the points lead. So that is absolutely freaking huge. And one that may not be forgotten here, you know, when they roll into championship week next week. That's not a shot at Clay, because like I say, I mean, there's not much more he can do. You can't enter so low. Yeah, that's tough break there. As you see Grandy's comment, and I don't know why the yellow came out either. That kind of cost you. And well, I'm not sure why Clay pulled down to the inside and gonna pull it off here. Maybe Clay feeling a little guilty about it, but man, dude, that is as racing as it gets. You can't hate Grandy for trying to hold on, and you can't hate Clay for already being there. That's just, you go really fast at Williams Grove. You don't believe me? Let's see. I actually... All right, so this is going to be Dino here. Starting on the pole. You see that in the bottom right. Now, I can't make the iRacing go away. I can. Not... I will, just for a second. Not supposed to do this. But pay attention to that as we're back underway here at the Williams Grove Speedway. That's in a sprint car. 134 miles per hour at the end of the straightaway at Williams Grove. I mean, that is, you know, I mean, it's no joke here. They don't play around. And now Anthony, he's not playing around. He's looking for the lead on the bottom for 3 and 4. Got lost there. Dino able to hold on for now is Tyler Knopf. Welcome back to the top 3, buddy. That 41, man, he had really fallen off in, oh my gosh, 100 grand. Here he comes, shot out of a cannon, that 518, here he goes. Weaves his way up in front of the 007, Sam Bachman. He's gonna have to get a ticket to the show here as 100 grand is blowing the doors off here, trying to work his way to the front. Already fighting for third. Here's Anthony Morano. Takes a peek for the lead. In the bottom through 1 and 2. Just can't find the runoff that you get upstairs. And Dino doing a phenomenal job of carrying that momentum as Anthony gets into that inside wall. And the shark, he can see blood in the water. Joseph Grandy. What can he do in the 518? As he is all over the back of the 32 of the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Let's go up in the drone camera here. Yellow flag waves, yellow flag with 5 laps to go. See Sam Bachman there in the 007. SDK doesn't like him right now in this caution. It may have had some help. Gas Money maybe looks a little low there. No. Thought maybe he was going to clip that tire. He doesn't. Can't blame Gas Money just yet here. Oh, he's straightening out. Maybe able to blame him. Maybe able to blame him. Yeah, just comes up a little late there. I mean, Sam maybe could see that coming. You know, I mean, obviously in a real race car, you're going to try to preserve your stuff a whole lot more than that. You're going to maybe use the brakes here, but it's not easy to catch that thing or stomp those brakes, and we end up getting a 3-car pileup. Off of 4 there, Sam Bachman. Not a night to write home to mom and dad about here for the 007, that's for sure. But Dino would like to call the love of his life, Megan. He'd say, Megan, I just won in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania at the world-famous Williams Grove Speedway. And after I won, they did a fireworks show off of 3 and 4 just for me. He's got 4 laps between himself and a 4:10 win here at the Williams Grove Speedway. I mean, that's what we race up here. I know Dino, he does a Super Dirt Car Series. Got his modifieds. We're going to run the modifieds next. But these sprint cars, man, they are near and dear to me. You know, I grew up racing 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder oval cars, but to get into the pits for free to help make it a little cheaper, I'd push the sprint cars. Used to push Danny Dietrich when I was 12 years old, when he used to race a 360 sprint car at Trailway Speedway. I'd push his brother Billy. Their dad, Dan Dietrich, if anybody's familiar with that name. These guys all used to race and there at my local track, and these things, nothing like, you know, going to school that next Monday and sitting in your desk, wearing the same shoes you wore to the racetrack, and just being able to smell that rubber and fuel. Man, there's just something about it. Something about a sprint car, and there's something about dirt track racing in Pennsylvania, that's for sure. And Dino would love to check this one off. Love to bring it home as the pace truck drives off. He's got 4 laps to do it. Gonna go a little later here. Keep him guessing. He drops it. We're back underway. Dino tries to rip up here. He's got to hold on with that 32, man. He is fishing down low, and here comes that 518. That may have been exactly what he needed. These two may want to work together here, Anthony and Dino. If they don't, Granny might come back and surprise them both here. Granny to the outside, 3 to go. Top 3 under a blanket. Battle for the lead. Dino jumps the cushion. Anthony to the lead. Dino back underneath as he fights down the backstretch. He takes it back into 3. So much grip down there on the bottom that Dino was able to power back. We're 3 wide here at Williams Grove. This ain't gonna work, boys. Granny tries to push it up here. Dino, the odd man out. He goes from the lead to 3rd here with a lap and a half to go. Granny takes back what's his, 100 grand to the lead. Dino down low. Battle for the lead. White flag waves. Dean Reynolds. He was so close. He almost had it. 100 grand stormed out of nowhere. He took it. Final time through 3 and 4. Dino looks slow. Can he answer? Can he steal it? The answer is no. Grandy off of 4. Takes the checkered flag and he brings it home. Oh my gosh. Grandy led the whole way. Contact between him and Putt Putt. Has to go to the pits, I believe, after that. Maybe didn't go to the pit. Maybe I'm adding to the story. Stretching the truth. Either way, falls to the back, races his way back up to the front, and the 518 steals the fireworks show off a 3 and 4, 100 grand. Welcome to Victory Lane. My treat, man. Baker's Diner. Baker's Diner in the morning if you spend the night in the parking lot. I head over there to Dillsburg. We're going to go to Baker's, get breakfast. My treat, Grandy. Congratulations on the big win here. Beating FTM drivers once again and really stamping himself as the champion here in the All-Stars Challenge. It is going to be nuts as we roll into, oh my gosh, Oswego next week. I'm losing my mind here. Let's go back here. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's go find the Ant-Man here. That was Dino's picture there for a while. So you know what? I remembered why we did that. Yeah, because it was just going to take forever. That's better. Sometimes they don't load up, and, well, God bless these guys. Well, I don't really care. They pay me for it, but... And, you know, so you get some inappropriate pictures in there sometimes. You come across some iRacers, you know. Don't be surprised at what you may see. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look. Let's have a quick word here with your 3rd place driver, Anthony Morano. Anthony, man, looked like there, you know, you were making a pass for the lead, but all of a sudden you take a peek to your left. Grandy's right there making it 3 wide. I mean, how shocked were you? It all happened so fast.
I knew he was coming. I saw him in the mirror there right before that restart that he was gaining on me, and I smacked the inside wall in 4 there, coming out trying to stay underneath Dino, and yeah, I mean, a little tricky with these things. I do pretty good here with the 360s, but 410s is a whole nother beast. So little lack of experience. I feel bad. I killed Bickford there. just being stupid and put my foot to the floorboard and lost the ass on it. So, sorry, Tyler. I apologize in game. I race with Tyler a lot, so definitely don't mean to be doing that. But I was able to, after I told you I did something stupid and hit the wall the first time, I came back out and did that, and then I had to go to the back. Got up to the front there, and we went 3 wide there, me, Dean, and Grandy, and my only option was to pinch Grandy, make him slam the brakes going in the corner, and that's probably would have killed all 3 of us. So rather just send it and see how we make out, and then take third and move on to big blocks at I-55.
Yeah, I mean, I know these aren't your cup of tea, but the bottom line kind of favors you. And do you think as we race these things a little more, and get a little more sensitive with that 410 throttle, I mean, does the bottom here, does it look appetizing to you? Because I compared you and Clay so many times, dude. I don't know if you guys ever watch many races here, man, but dude, that 69K, when LD ran that thing for years, they would set that thing to run the inside just like you guys did. And there aren't many people, man, that can make that work. How tough is that to do, dude?
It's real tough because, especially I'm really good with the 360 here, but 410, just like an eighth of an inch too much throttle, the nose picks up, and you get so tight coming out, and then that outside lanes come with a head of steam off the cushion. The last thing you want to do is get up into someone like that, because then everybody's dead. There's no coming back from it. So I think maybe if I was an open setup, I could have tinkered with maybe the nose wing or something. But just kind of stock setup. Got to do what you got to do. We'll learn from it. Throttle control's huge, more so than 410s, and I think almost everything except for the non-wing cars. So if we come back to this, definitely do a little more playing on the throttle on the exits, the corners, and maybe I'll have some for Grandy.
Well, hey, man, hell of a run there. That was one exciting finish, one of the better ones we've had. Congratulations on the good P3, man. Who you want to thank?
I got to thank my wife, Sherry, the boys at FTM, Dean Sabrina, Car, Logan at High Mom Lens, Swan Speed Shop, DJ Sim Shop, Vertex Graphics, Extra Installation, Shaggy TV. Shaggy, you for coming out doing a broadcast. Extra Installation for sponsoring the FTM League here. Dino for doing everything he did for this. Scotty for doing the adminning. I get the night off, so I don't have to admin. I can actually race tonight. So that'll be fun. And everyone watching, and hopefully we'll do a little bit better in the next one.
Yeah, so that leads me in perfect, Anthony. You'd be a great partner, man. Next week, limited late models, dude. How do we feel about those? I don't see many people play with those that often. I'll see some guys dance with the supers, mostly pros, but not the limited. So how are we feeling when we step into the Dirt Palace next week?
Actually, the reason that race was put on the schedule is I think it was like me, Dean, Clay, and DJ did. It might have been a DOB race, and it was limited late models there at Oswego and it was a blast. Probably one of the better races we've had in years. Probably it was just a ton of fun. So we decided, we'll throw that on there, and hopefully it comes out as good as it did last time.
Well, hey man, I'll be cheering you guys on. You put on a good show every time. Be looking forward to it. Good luck out there, Anthony. But most of all, man, good luck here. Where are we rolling? We're I-55 next. So is that hit me with some knowledge? Big block, small block. Come on. What are we thinking?
Still debating.
All right, man, still debating. No, you keep your secrets. You keep your secrets. I like it. Congrats on the good run, Anthony. Good luck, man.
Thanks a lot, Shaggy.
Now we're going to pull up the man who finished P2. And I'll tell you, Dino, I was rooting for you way harder than I probably should on a broadcast, man. You were so close to bringing this thing home. But Grandy just caught you guys there at the end. What's going through your mind when you're 3 wide at Williams Grove, dude?
Well, I just loaded in my big block now. I had to reset my computer, and my wheel's all out of whack. It's too loose. It's like driving a wet noodle again. So I got to go reset it. So I'm not using it as an excuse. Grandy earned that and everything else. But, boy, I kind of wish I had my steering back. So I'm going to go reset it right now and see if we can get that back. But that was a lot of fun. I was just talking to Grandy, and as you could tell in the Coast to Coast League and everything, he is getting really good. He's always been good, but he's really getting a lot of speed. And I was a little bit worried about him because I knew, to deal with Clay, he was going to go to the tail, but there was only 7 or 8 cars. It wasn't going to take him or Anthony long to get back up to me. So So I was just trying to hold my lines and run. But I was hanging on the top. I was like, God, I wish I had a little bit better steering so I could run a little more aggressive. But came out with a P2. I'm all right with that. And I tell you what, those last 5 laps probably had to be a lot of fun to watch.
Dude, they were. And, not to take that spotlight off you, but, you had talked about it there a little bit. And I just wanted to ask you, you're his teammate, you were down there. And I think Grandy would be the first person to admit that, that dude, you had a good view, Dino. That's about as racing incident as it can, when they were going down the front stretch. Did Clay kind of just self-police himself and pull that thing off? What was the deal there with your teammate, the 51?
No, Scotty has, and he's staying consistent. Scotty has a rule that even if it's racing, both go to the tail.
Okay, so he just pulled it off instead of going to the tail. Okay.
And Clay, I think, I probably wasn't happy with the decision, and he probably just pulled off. I don't know. He wasn't in the Discord. I was in the race control Discord, but I got a feeling it's probably what it was. But Scotty wants to stay consistent. I had a deal like that with Grandy at Lucas Oil, and I disagreed with it. And and I said a few choice words to Scotty. I said this is what's wrong with the rule, but he's going to stick with it, and that's what he wants to go with. And he made the right call if that's what he's doing.
And truly, is it fair to you guys, Dino? Maybe not, but as well as I do, you run that FTM logo on that car, man. You're held to that higher standard, and hats off to Scotty for doing that. I know it's tough on you guys sometimes, but dude, it puts on this excellent race, and man, as you mentioned, this last 5 laps, Dino, you are going to have to go back and watch it because it was fireworks the whole time. I can't believe you guys kept it straight and had that good finish, man. But a P2 for you with crappy wheel settings, that's pretty good, Dino. I expect a lot more from you here. And, well, you said you're already in the session, so Anthony, he could lie to me. He could say he was undecided. But what did we go with at I-55? Did you go with the big block or the small block?
I went in the session and backed out because I'm gonna test my wheel at Lanier because that's my track that I test the wheel. I'm going big block. There's only 1 or 2 tracks I've done some experimenting with big block at 358, and really I think the only track that I would stay 358 is definitely Kokomo because I got 3rd here running with Kokomo in the 358. It won my heat and hung on, and I got beat by Damien and Caleb, so I'm okay with that. And got 3rd there, and I think the only other one, but we're not going there, is Kern. All the other tracks, though, I'm going to go big block.
Well, Dino, that means, next week. Or wait, no, because we're not. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. Next week we're at Lincoln. I keep wanting to say Oswego, but that's just for the All-Stars, just what you were in now. I keep twisting my words here, but I'll get it together eventually. But Dino, man, congratulations on that good run, dude. Who you want to thank, brother?
Oh, okay. I thank the guys from Full Throttle Motorsports. Like I said, great team to be a part of. And as you know, we just welcomed Trevor Giroux along. So that's really
Gearix.
cool to get him. Yeah, Gearix.
Yeah.
So it's now we have a little Canadian flavor in our deal here, and which is cool. And Shaggy, got to thank you for doing the telecast. We got to thank Expert Insulations and Luke Hines because if he wasn't sponsoring this, you wouldn't be here to bring it to the family and friends. So. Thanks for everyone running the league. I think we've had a lot of fun league here. It's really cool this All-Star to see who's kind of better in all the different cars and such. That's kind of cool. And I think Grandy's showing that he's going to be taking home that championship probably. Now we'll go to the big blocks, and we'll have some more cars in there, and then we'll have some fun again.
Yeah, and you mentioned Canada there. That's the next charity one coming up, the Honor House. So that video that I play in between, Dino, I grabbed one of theirs, so hopefully it plays okay. But you'll have to check it out. It's one of their videos. But congratulations, man, on a good P2. Hopefully I'm talking to you again here.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Later, brother. That's Dean Reynolds, of course, later at I-55. And you got to think, with the way this guy's been driving, I mean, we made him wait a long time here. He's probably fired up, ready to go. Joseph, man, you just drove the absolute piss out of that thing. I can't believe what I just saw at the Williams Grove Speedway. I mean, you probably got to go back and look at it. The deal there, the contact between you and Clay, that's tough. That's hard racing. But the fact that you were able to put your head down and get through the pack the way you did, dude, on these slick straightaways. I mean, how did you do it? I mean, What do you push the cheat button? I mean, what the hell do you do? You may be clicking the wrong button, Joe. Just a heads up. Or your push to talk isn't working. Let's see here. We'll give him a second. He left Discord. He's going to pop back in. Let's see here. Do we got? Yeah, now I got you. What's up, Joe?
Yeah, as far as that incident goes, I tried miking up and telling them to not give me an EOL, but I guess apparently if it's a racing deal, they're both getting it. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't really pushing the issue too hard, even though Clay was catching me, because I knew in the long run the top was a quick way around. But yeah, after that incident, there was no holding back after that, and just let loose.
Yeah, and you kind of demonstrated exactly what you said there, Joe. It seemed like they'd reel you in a little bit, but then off of two especially, man, if you'd plant that thing upstairs, you were so quick. I mean, did it feel like that in the race car?
Yeah, and honestly, the top there didn't get nearly as sketchy as I thought it would. It was pretty easy to get around the top 1 and 2 the whole time.
Well, I mean, you probably don't pay attention to this, so I do it for you. We got 1 week left. You had 40-point lead coming into tonight. That win and Clay finishing towards the back. That's going to all but stamp this thing if we show up next week. I mean, how are we feeling? You don't have to get too cocky here, but this is an FTM party. And to come in here and kind of spoil the dance, I mean, you got to feel pretty good, dude, going to all these different dirt cars and all these different tracks.
Yeah, as far as that goes, I mean, I race every car, I do 2 or 3 races a day, but I race, every car throughout the week. So I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So I think I have a little advantage when it comes to that. But the big blocks and stuff, I can race with them, but 9 times out of 10, they're going to beat me.
Well, that's why you show up, man, for that 1 out of 10 times. And you've done that a couple times this season. I wouldn't be surprised here if you give the boys some trouble here when we roll into I-55 next. But, hey, man, for now, it's all about the checkered flag at Williams Grove, and you got it. Congratulations. That was a hell of a comeback, man, in that 518. Who you want to thank?
Coast to Coast Sim Sports, Catalytic Recovery, my girlfriend Olivia, Say Speed Shop, all the guys at FTM for putting this on. This league has been awesome. Very few cautions, which is crazy because we race together in other leagues all the time, and it's cautions all the time. But yeah, thank them for putting that together, and you man for the broadcast.
I always forget you changed teams now, Coast to Coast Sim Sports. I thought you were thanking Coast to Coast there at first. I was like, Joe, what are you doing, man?
My girlfriend says that. She's like, you said Coast to Coast twice. I go, yeah, well, one's my team and one's the league.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, and I've got Olivia's name nailed by now. I mean, you've only talked to me 1,000 times up here mentioning her, but congratulations, Joe, on the big win, man. Hopefully you get to talk to you one more time today.
I'll try, man. Thanks.
Joseph Grandy bringing home the checkered flag at the Williams Grove Speedway. And, oh, yeah, the one thing we like about Williams Grove, the show takes a little longer. Sometimes those boys have been hanging me out to dry at like 5:20 or so, with 40 minutes to go till the next show. It's already quarter of. We're going to roll the next one here at 6 o'clock. So we're going to throw up that video Dino was talking about. I was talking about to Dino. I should have plenty of time to be able to swap over there in that amount. And we'll be right back with the small blocks and big blocks at I-55 for the Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55, I believe is the correct name when I get to look at it here in iRacing. Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55 in Peevely, Missouri. But we'll see when we get ready to go play in the clay. Stick around. We'll be right back on Shaggy TV. We're back live on Shaggy TV as we get ready to wrap up our double night header here, Sunday Night Madness, with a little big block, small block modified action here. Federated Auto Parts Raceway at I-55. Right now, Dylan Kinsey at the top of the charts. Not a lot of guys this week. Not too sure where the boys are at. But, you know, maybe we start to get to that point where, you know, points get out of touch a little bit for some drivers. So you may see, you know, dwindle a little bit. And, well, speaking of, let's take a look here at the modified points. Your point leader, actually, Caleb Schellenberger. Not here at the moment. Hopefully Shelly can tune in, get in here. Downtown Aaron Brown. Another one downtown. Also not here. Joseph Grandy. Oh, man, he is here. I don't know if these guys are doing any drop weeks. That would be good to know. Should have asked, as I have a hiccup. My apologies. All of the FTM drivers are hiding in the lock Discord. I was going to pull one of them up there to find out if they do a drop week, but they're all, they've got themselves in prison. No getting them out of that jail right now, and God bless the heart, but you gotta, you know, I love FTM. I race with them. They're a rival team of mine, but man, the drama. No putt-putt in here. The penalty there in the All-Star race. Hopefully Clay can get out here, man. Want Clay out here. You know, that's the way it's going to go racing. It does not always go your way. It sucks. You know, one of those sad realities. Not that it really even matters. And looking back on it now, I probably did deserve the penalty. It would have been my first race first win, excuse me, as a teenager. I would have been 13. I was leading the whole race, started second in a much faster car. My dad always had the rule, you know, you don't, if you're going to show up to a gunfight, you know, you show up with the most expensive, best gun you can find. And, in my 6-cylinder oval class that I raced in, I raced a Ford Taurus SHO 91, or 93, excuse me. I had a 93, I believe. I may have had a 91. I think it was a 93, though. And those were dual overhead cams, 24 valve, you know. Basically, I believe it was Yamaha that did them. Maybe I think it was Yamaha. Basically, you know, big boat motor. And I thought I was going to comfortably win. I see that white flag, and I'm behind a lap car. And, you know, no mirrors in dirt racing. You don't get to push that mirror button, know who's behind you. All of a sudden, 3 and 4 on the last lap, right as we enter 3, I see a guy peek up on my outside. Somebody who I hadn't seen all race, so I figured it was second. And I put that lap pedal to the floor, and that lap car that was in front of me did a 360, and I crossed the stripe first, but got penalized for intentionally spinning a lap car, which they weren't wrong. I did intentionally spin that lap car, but it's because I was one of those kids, man, you know, that didn't realize sometimes, you know, that guy in front of you, he don't know you're there. You got to find a way around, and instead of doing that as the leader, I was just playing the patient game. And sometimes, you know, you get caught up, you have stuff happen to you you don't want to, and that's the name of the game. So you got to rub it off, put some dirt on it, and go back to work and try to go do it again. That's what Grandy did after the contact. He proved that you could come from the back, and, you know, that's, you know, not a shot at Clay, but it's The proof was in the pudding. I mean, you had to nail it, but you could do it. And Grandy coming from the back proved that. So hopefully we get him back out there. I see Geisweit. He went small block. He's going to pray the bottom comes in. Now, Gas Money, I want that to happen for you. But I believe we were here in the late models just last night in another league. Where that man in the 39 ended up... Oh, wait, no, that wasn't him. That's Brewer. It was Devin Hauer that won. It was the big slow, the 316. Where is the big slow? He's not even here. He's moving probably, getting all that stuff set up in his new house. Happy wife, happy life. Congratulations on that big slow. But, you know, we were just here last night. We saw you. You needed to be up top from that feature time. That's where you needed to be at the end, and I just don't know how the track will wear out. We got Dalton coming in. Oh. Little brother in the 82, Dalton DeWert. Man, he came to playing those late models the other night, too. Beat DJ, beat the older brother, man. I mean, he had the field on high alert. That 82, man, that thing looks good. We all know the only thing missing on that. Maybe make it look a little better, you know, obviously. Bias. But there is a green logo that maybe spice that thing up a little bit. Same with this 007. Too much black, too much red. You know, a little bit of white. It's the right amount of white. Not enough green, if you know what I mean. Sam Bachman putting his way around here is the 32. He's looking to figure out how to pull it in the pits. Forgot. Oh, I was going to say maybe he's just going to wreck his teammate here. Head to the garage bill. Maybe Anthony just trying to, you know, I'd say show how fast he is. We all know that. Maybe he's trying to show Sam how slow he is. I don't know, but Sam maybe, you know, spitting it right back at him. He said, Anthony, I'm the champion, man. You go look at the Coast to Coast list. I'm the damn champion. You're in my playground. You know, you want to learn from the best. You got to race the best. And... Oh, Sam! Oh, getting fed an early dinner here. Oh, my God. Maybe Sherry rang the dinner bell. Anthony got excited here. Just threw that slider. Wanted to go get this thing over with. Go get some food in that belly. The 83 of Matt Schaefer out here. I want to bring this up one more time. It's terrible. You all know I enjoy a green hobby. It may hurt the memory a little bit. Caleb Schellenberg and Aaron Brown. So they are the top two. They are not here. Oh, that's right. See, I'm telling you. Dementia's coming for me when I'm older. I wish I wasn't kidding. But, yeah, we were going to pull up one of those guys in the Discord, find out if they had any drop weeks. They're all hiding. Nobody to come save me. Let's see here. I don't see any of them hiding in any other Discords either. Any separate ones. That's Scott Rayum. He may have disconnected himself. It's probably, yeah, because he's adminning. Duh. Duh, dummy. Only 2 cars on the racetrack in this session. And Matt Schaefer looking like he's going to get off this racetrack. We got the 82 out here still, a Dalton. We had the 82 out here still, a Dalton, because I didn't realize it's 6 o'clock. Ready to go qualifying. Oh, this makes stuff really, really interesting in the points. If Joseph Grandy sweeps the Full Throttle Motorsports, we'll call it the spring season, because it started a little early. You know, it started in the winter. running into close to the East Coast summer. We're calling it spring. He brings this thing home. My gosh. Right now, we thought he was the first one out on the track. He's not. It's a 6:39 at Dylan Kinsey, and he's rolling around here. Lap number 1. 12:84 for the 6:39, who had a rough time there at Williams Grove. Got caught up in that accident. Oh, gas money. P2 in the small block. Dalton DeWord in the 82. What's he going to do? Quick time. As 100 grand moves on up to P2. Bickford third. But gas money showing that the small block maybe has a little more pace than I thought. But Mike Brewer, the 390. He's up top. He climbs the ladder with a 12.58. Mike Brewer. But Matt Schaefer, purple. Sector 1. Sector 2, green. What's it going to be? Oh, Matt Schaefer must have really blew Sector 2 if he was that quick in 1 and 2 and lost that much time. Yeah, you can see he didn't even do that great there in Sector 2 this time, but still went green. Oh, if you combine those laps, we may be looking at the 83 on the pole, but at the end of the day, let's hear from the Brew Crew, Mike Brewer, at the top of the charts in the 390. Let's see, Tyler, is he still out here? Yeah, he's just putting down laps, experimenting a little bit in this 41. We'll watch him out. 12th out of the 12 drivers who have put in a time. So he's just out here, you know, trying to get a feel for the race car a little bit. Maybe trying to destroy the race car so he can get a new one. You know, maybe he didn't like this one. And, well, sometimes, you know, you ask that crew chief, you tell him something's wrong with it. You tell him something, they tell you nothing's wrong with it. Well, you go out there, wreck it. You make something wrong with it. And now he's got his new piece. He'll get to go out here and play a little bit, but let's take a look here. Whenever it does decide to show up, we'll take a look at our starting lineup for heat race number 1. You know, they're not going to advance qualifying. It's the last ditch chance. There is a slight chance that you could register for the race, but it's too late now. You're not getting that in now. It's over. It's done with. We've got our 12 drivers here at the I-55 Raceway. 2 heats. Heat number 1 going to determine the inside starting rows for your feature. Let's take a look. Row 3 to the outside, then the 32, the Ant-Man, Anthony Morano to the inside, the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. Row 2 to the outside, the 007, Sam Bachman. To the inside, the 07 of Bicky, Tyler Bickford. Row number 1 for heat race number 1 to the outside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy, and starting on the pole, the 39 of Mike Brewer. Now let's see here. If I would go like this, just out of curiosity. No, see, it still doesn't change it. All right, we'll do the refresh. Thought, you know, you think you're making a little headway. You think you're figuring stuff out. You're getting technology down, and then I feel like my dad whenever we got our first desktop computer. You know, he didn't know what was in front of him. I basically had to teach him everything from using one in school. As we roll down the backstretch for the final time, we're going to sit and wait at the start-finish line to see if I can get my overlay fixed. Doesn't look like I am. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. We're underway at the I-55 Raceway. Good jump there from Mike Brewer in the 39. Hold off Vicky for now as Grandy. He loses a spot in the opening mess, second to third, and there's 3 wide behind. Oh, the 007, he gets in the outside wall. He's going to have a long way to go tonight in the feature. If anybody can do it, it's that 007 of Sam Bachman, so we'll have to see. But right now, Dylan Kinsey trying to go to work there on that 518 of 100 grand. Work into the inside. That is the battle for third. As Anthony Morano gets in the outside wall, and right now, nobody having any success here. Everybody trying to give it away, getting in that outside wall. The only person running smooth here so far is that 39 of Mike Brewer leading the way. 3 to play at the I-55 Raceway. Mickey is reeling him in here, but not a lot of time. Got that gap to it down to half a second. Now we see it extend a little bit as 2 fingers in the air, 2 laps to go. Mike Brewer looking good. You see the rest of the field getting as close to that outside wall as they can. The white flag waves. 1 more lap to go, and you're looking at the 07 of Tyler Bickford. Right now, P2 not close enough for a send as we go final time through 3 and 4. Mike Brewer, let it rain at I-55. Start on the pole. Here, winner of heat race number 1. Bickey 2nd, Grandy 3rd, Morano 4th, Kinsey 5th, and Bachman 6th. Because now, see, now I can't get that to go away, though, on the bottom. That actually did make it work. Now, let's see. Nope. So now, how... I'm going to have to refresh this here. My apologies. We're going to hope that bottom part goes away. Okay. All right, starting grid, heat race number 2. Let's take a look at it. Full of bugs here, full of bugs. Row 3 to the outside, the 41 of Tyler Knopf. To the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Row 2 to the outside, the 88 of William Watson. To the inside, the 118 of Gas Money, Brandon Geiswhite. Row 1 for heat race number 2 to the outside, the 83 of Matt Schaefer. And starting on the pole, the 82 of Dalton Ward. Roll down that backstretch here for the final time. You see the 82, little brother, ready to go to work here. Got a tough field to hold off, though. The green flag's high. It's ready to fly. He drops the hammer. We're underway. Good start for the 18 of Gas Money as well, trying to hook up on the inside, but, you know, maybe caught it a little too soon. Maybe almost got it that inside wall in the middle of 1 and 2. And Dalton slides up in front of Schaefer, who counters back with a little move of his own, but not enough momentum. Gotta hit the brakes there. Door slammed shut. And hold on to P2 there for the 83 of Matt Schaefer, who's got a side-by-side battle behind him. William Watson to the outside. Gas Money to the inside. Bart's got that 88 rolling, but he's got to go up maybe 1 lane higher here because you see that 41. It's glimmering there in the sunset going down the backstretch. Tyler Knopf, he's coming. Maybe not at the pace he'd like, but he is coming. And the battle eating up for the lead. Dalton trying to recover, trying to hold on, but Schaefer counters back. Give it to DeWert at the line. 3 laps to go. Little bro to the inside, trying to make it work, trying to hold it through 3 and 4. Doesn't want to let the 83 cut back underneath, running him up out of room. Elbows wide, side by side. Lap and a half to go here as we go down the backstretch. Dalton looking for that white flag. 1 more lap to go, but oh man, it's close. I don't know who's going to get it. Advantage 83. Final time through 3 and 4. Ken Schaefer shut the door. Checkered flag wave. Matt Schaefer steals it at the line. Dalton second, Watson third, Gas Money fourth, Nah fifth, and Dino rounds out the field. Holy crap, it is going to be one heck of a feature if this heat race was any indication of that. Don't go anywhere, stick around. Well, you know what? Go grab that drink. Now's the time. You got 5 minutes. I lied to you. I'm going to mute myself and go grab a drink, so I might as well do the same, but set that timer, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going live racing at the I-55 Raceway. Man, I take a look over when I get that drink, and what happened to Bryson DeChambeau? He's right there. He's even in the lead after hole 2 today. He's choked 7 under par, and Rory McIlroy just absolutely striped an 8-iron to about, I don't know, 17 feet, 16 feet. Unbelievable. This guy's crazy. With a one-shot lead. Well, you know, we got 1 minute to roll here. About a minute and 30 seconds. So let's refresh those minds. Shelley, downtown. They were the top two. Grandy showed up and Bachman showed up. Will they inherit the point lead? Nobody knows until they update it and show me the new one next week, as they say. It's not Matt Schaefer in there having fun. I got one guess. Oh, it was a good guess. It's a good guess. Is who is having the fun. And right now, Tyler, maybe all out of fun here. Going to park it for a little bit, take a little break. And let's see. Okay, I'm going to go down here real quick. No, I'm not. Wait, can I go in here? No, I can't. But let's see. Whenever one of them leave, I can maybe ask. really curious about this drop week thing. This, will change things. If we have a drop week, if we don't have a drop week. It's Dino and Scotty are talking right now, so I don't really want to, pull one of them up here, but I feel like... Okay, never mind. I tried to pull him. It doesn't let me even. I was going to risk it for the biscuit. I was going to pull Scotty in here. But it won't even let me pull him. Tried. It says I can, but when I go to do it, it shows I'm locked. So take a look here. Starting lineup here for your expert insulation big block, small block, modified feature at the I-55 Raceway, rounding out the field, the 79 of Dino Dean Reynolds, to the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 5 to the outside, the 118 of Gas Money, Brandon Geiswhite, to the inside, the 639 of Dylan Kinsey. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 41 of Excel Sim Sports driver Tyler Knopf, to the inside, the 32 of the Magic Ant-Man, Anthony Morano. Row 3 to the outside, the 88 of Bart William Watson, to the inside, the 518 of 100 grand, Joseph Grandy. Row 2 to the inside, or to the outside, jump the gun, the 82 of Dalton DeWert, to the inside, the 07 of Bicky, Tyler Bickford. Row number 1 for your expert installations feature here at the Federated Auto Parts Raceway, to the outside, the 83 of Matt Schaefer, and starting on the pole, the 39 of Mike Brewer. As we roll through 3 and 4 for the final time, the pace truck's going to dive off. That green flag is high, and boy, is she ready to fly. We've got 50 laps to play at the I-55 Raceway. Good start there for the 07 of Bickford as well. I mean, third to second, taking advantage of that inside starting spot, doing a good job of getting that jump with the 39 of Mike Brewer. And now the battle on behind here. William Watson stuck in the middle of an FTM sandwich here. Nowhere to go. Teammate low, teammate high. All you can do is, bow that head and cry. William Watson had to lift out of it a little bit, kind of fall up behind Dalton, because Dalton is on the move. He is mowing down Schaefer here, trying to go for P3. What can he do? Looking to the outside. That 82 is on a mission. Dalton DeWert. Lots and lots of speed here in the early goings. Matt Schaefer, though, not going away in that 83, and Anthony Morano not going away on his teammate there in the 88. Battles going on all over the racetrack. We saw Gas Money talk about how he was cooked, man. Didn't like the small block. Got a feeling that 007 may be in the same boat. He might be a small block guy here tonight. That's just not the medicine. Doesn't seem like at the I-55 Raceway. Still a long way to go. Track can change. But right now, they're going to need it to happen soon as the war rages on for the lead. That 07 of Tyler Bickford, man, he is getting closer and closer. Oh, he's to that door. Coming through 1 and 2. He's going to have a run. Let's look at it. What can Bicky do? Bickford, big run. New leader at the line. Give it to the 07 as we're a fifth of the way through here as we're on to lap 10. Grandy trying to go shopping under that 41. Not having much success right now in that 518. He knows. Well, I don't know if he does knows. He's got a good chance to take over that point lead here if there's no drop week. So Grandy got to try to muster up the strength here. Get that 518 up the charts. Oh, it's Bickford. He gets in the outside wall. Just cracked the door open there for the 390 of Brewer, who couldn't make the move, couldn't get it to stick. As we roll down the backstretch here, let's look at the race into 3. Look at it. Brewer taking a peek down low. What can he do? Can't pull even at the line. And that allowed Bicky to slam the door shut on corner entry. Brewer really had to back it up, lost a lot of time. Got to lick those paws here, try to go back to work, because here comes his teammate in that 82, Dalton DeWert. Cue the Jaws music. He is just circling the waters, trying to find a way by these two. Brewer to the inside, gets a good fight there out of 4. And Mike Brewer, welcome back, but only for a short time. Now he's fallen in love with the bottom through 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 reminded him of his old ex-girlfriend and why he kicked her out. You know, I mean, doesn't want to be down there through 1 and 2. Then you get back to 3 and 4, you know, you find something she left in your underwear drawer, and, you know, you just get tempted. You go back downstairs. But you just can't do it. You know it's not good for you. And Brewer, he's got to stay upstairs. He got to try to build up some momentum here. Try to come back with a run here at the 07 of Bickford. See what we got here for the drone camera. There we go. Let's go up top here for a lap or 2. You can see him just trying to work it. Brewer so close, just giving him maybe a little kiss there coming out of 4, just rubbing that left rear. That 39, trying to drive it in there, trying to slide up. But just loses all the momentum center off. Just doesn't have that grip that the 07 has. And now the 82 of Dalton DeWert is coming for you. There he goes. Quick work. Brewer with a mistake gets in that outside wall. And Dalton, oh my gosh. Here he comes. It is go time for little brother. And looky who, the 88, William Watson. He loves these big blocks, man. And didn't have the best starting spot. Had to start 6th, but he's up to 4th. Now, we're in that halfway point, you know. We only got 24 to go. William's going to turn up the burner here a little bit. He's going to put the pressure on that 39 of Mike Brewer, who is just feeling the heat. You know, he felt like me in that All-Star race. He needs to yell at that wife, say, please turn the thermostat down. I'm sweating. I need to cool off. I'm dying in here. He goes down to the bottom. Oh no, I told you that he saw that ex-girlfriend there when he went to the grocery store. She tempted him back down. Can he make it work here? I don't know if you want to open the door for that 88. That's where he makes his money. Trying to whip it around on the outside. The 88 swinging it big. What can he do side by side? And William Watson, if he can get a big run, he's going to have it at the line. Not this time, but he's going to get him this time. You don't want to be down there through 1 and 2. You just don't. You can see he lost a full car length. Maybe makes half a car length back, but give him to Watson at the line. And Brewer going to lose one more. Morano to the outside. Not going to happen right away, but man, oh man. Anthony working it. Bicky trying to relieve some stress here, trying to open up that gap. He knows Dalton is there in P2, and he's going to make him work here. 60 to go. Bicky looking smooth there through the middle of 1 and 2, but you can see Dalton. He is just running that little bit higher there in 1 and 2. and he's carrying that much more speed off the exit. Vicky, you can see, extends it there, but Dalton really carries it in. I mean, if you're going to run up top, you want all that exit speed. You want that extra speed at the end of the straightaway, and Dalton's so close. He can taste this thing, man. But Bicky, if he doesn't make a mistake, such a difficult racetrack to complete the pass, to make the move, that you got to think it's advantage 07 here as we go down the backstretch and into 3. Some drivers like to sit there, though, in second. They need that carrot dangled, and Dalton, possibly one of those guys, you know, like being the hero, wants to make the big move at the end, save the lady. Well, what can he do? 11 laps to go, and right now that 07's got her. He's trying to bring her home. Can Dalton make a swing here? He looks slow through 3 and 4. Slide job for the lead. Bicky counters back and has it at the line. What can Dalton do off of 2? The answer's nothing. He has to swing high, has to look to build up momentum again. Gonna look to that top shelf one more time. Bicky feeling it, side by side, advantage. Dalton, what can the little brother do here? Off of 4, give it to the 82 with 8 to play. Dalton DeWert storming through, started 4th, has just come out of nowhere in this second half of the race, paced himself to absolute perfection, and has taken the lead when it matters most here. 6 laps to go. This time by has become all 4. Then William Watson. Man, oh man, here comes the 88. If these two don't play nice, up front, he is going to reel him in. And look at it. 5 fingers in the air. 5 to go. William trying to carry it, trying to bring it up. But, man, you see those two in front of you driving so hard that sometimes you overdrive a little yourself and you end up losing touch. And Vicky's trying to reel the 82 back in, trying to go to work. But Dalton's so smooth, so confident up on the outside, that with 3 laps to go this time by, I just don't know if anybody could knock that 82 off. But Vicky, here he comes. He is trying to do it. Two laps to go here. 6 sets of turns. What can we do as we roll through 3 and 4? We're going to see that white flag in the air, and we're side by side for the lead. Vicky to the inside. Dalton trying to counter back. He's got the run. Can he slam the door shut? No, he's going to leave it open. Final time through 3 and 4. Tyler Bickford. No! Dalton DeWert is the line. I thought Vicky stole it, but Dalton got it at the line. William Watson rounds out the podium. Anthony Morano 4th, and $100,000 rounding out the top 5. But timeout, hold the phone. I have got to do something that I don't do that often. I try not to go in here and do the camera editing stuff. Of course, that would rotate right there. But now let's see something. I need to see how close this finish was. You can see there clearly the 82 has it on the outside, even as of now. Not by much. But let's see here. Let's inch this thing forward. You can see there by... We're going to pause. And yeah, I mean, about by half a car at the line, but good run. Bicky not going away without a fight. That's what you want. He put it on, made him earn it, and that was crazy. I mean, that was 50 laps. Green flag. What more could you ask for? And I mean, as a broadcaster, I could ask for nothing more because I'm not going to have to restart the replay at all here when we do these interviews. We're going to pull up that 88 here of William Watson. Tried to get a word with our third place finisher. And maybe just running out of time, but let's bring him up. William, man, your old teammate, Shaggy, up here in the booth, man. You got a copy?
What's up, buddy?
Well, you look good out there tonight. I know these big blocks are your car, but maybe just not enough laps tonight. It seemed like right when the car started to pick up for you, well, we got to about 10 to go and just not enough time.
Yeah, I was for the most part of that race, I was trying to save tires. Seems like Dalton, we asked what he had. He had better tires at the end of me, so he did a way better job than I did. But I felt it coming in right there at the end. They were battling, so it was going to help me out. And just ran out of time. I didn't have enough laps.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously you're not wishing anything against your teammate there, but when Bicky makes that move, looking low in 3 and 4, you think we had a chance for some fireworks? Maybe there was going to be some contact. You could sneak by and steal one at the line, but man, because they were close.
I was going to capitalize on it. I went low and then turned 3 and 4 there, expecting him to throw a slider. But Tyler's a good racer. He knows when to throw it and when not to throw it. So he didn't throw it because I don't think he might not have cleared it. But if he would have threw it and cleared it, Dalton would have had to cut under and it had been through a race right there at the end. But they got a good race.
Yeah, man. You put on another good one, 50 laps green flag. Before I let you do your rundown and your thank yous, man, we feeling it. Not very often we do 50 green flag laps, man. You tired?
I kind of drive my right arm more than I do my left in these cars. And yeah, shoulder's a little sore right now, but that's just because I'm not on here as much as I used to be.
Well, hey, man, you wouldn't notice. You look good out there. Another P3. Congratulations, man. Who you want to thank?
Teammates at FTM, Swan Speed Shops, 3Pro Performance, GripHackers.com, Being at Dirt Car Series, everybody for Racing Clean tonight went 50 laps green. That was great. You for putting this on broadcast.
Well, hey, good luck here. A couple more weeks left, William. Hopefully we can get that win here before we run out of time. Or maybe you steal that big one, man. Go win the season finale at 100-lapper. I'm rooting for you.
There we go. I appreciate it.
William Watson in the 88 bringing home P3. But now we're going to bring up the man who, when he goes back and listens to this, he's going to hear me counting him out. Because, Bicky, when you gave up the lead, I didn't think there was a chance in hell you were coming back. And, my God, with a lap and a half to go, you just pushed the nitrous button and you turned that thing on. I thought you were going to steal it at the line. In fact, from the camera view that I had, first glimpse, man, it looked like you took it, but he beat you by half a car. How we feeling after the long race?
My foot's hurting, but it was fun, man. It was really fun.
Yeah, not many places you go 50 laps green flag. Not a big car count tonight compared to what we're used to. Did you think 50 laps flag to flag was an option when we took the green flag? I certainly did, and I thought we'd get at least one.
There's a lot of good drivers, even if it was half the field tonight. Everybody was good, and I know most of the guys are clean, so it was. Usually expect the caution. I mean, it is racing, but I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, is there any thought? William gave us a pretty good rundown of it. I didn't think you were necessarily close enough either, but was the devil sitting on your shoulder there going down the backstretch? Did you think at all about throwing that slider, or did you know you weren't going to clear it and you kind of just had to float it up and, if you got it, you got it. If you didn't, you didn't.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to clear a slider unless I full sent it, and that would have either killed both of us or killed me, and I wasn't about to do that, so I just took my chances running the lower line, see if I can get him.
Well, man, you put on a hell of a show. I know it's not what you wanted, but at the end of the day, podium with this group of drivers, man, that is phenomenal, and coming home in the middle, that's great, Bicky. Congratulations on the P2. Who you want to thank, brother?
You for the broadcast, FTM for putting it on. Majula Say, I was on a set that was almost 2 years old, still digging. Coast to Coast Sim Sports, and anybody else that helps out on the deal.
Now, I know those, don't get me wrong, those sets mean something. I know they do, but it says a lot more about you guys. I don't think it matters what you're in, Bicky. You're going to be fast no matter what kind of car you're driving if it's on dirt. Congratulations, man. Can't wait to talk to you again.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Tyler Bickford bringing home P2. But now we're going to bring up
Yeah.
the man who got it done, who I pulled up while he was talking to his teammate, Scotty. Dalton, you bring it home, man. You just paced yourself there in the opener, dude. You just took it easy, hung around, and then all of a sudden, it was go time, man. Where'd that speed come from? Did you just decide it was ready to go?
I mean, I wasn't really pushing much there when we were all tight together. I was just kind of keeping pace with Mike and Tyler there for the majority of the race, and got around Mikey there and set pace on Tyler and trying a couple different lines there and see what was faster. And that early slider top come in, that sealed the deal there to get around him. And that only lasted, I think, 10 laps. And then I started losing speed, and he was starting to catch back up to me. And I seen his nose poking into me on the inside there in 1 and 2, so I'm like, I'm gonna get a good run off 3 and 4 here and try the middle. So I hit the middle, and I think we pulled a little bit, but he already had that line kind of maintained. It was gonna, kind of be hard to hit that. So I kind of just had to stick to what I was rolling there, and I had a feeling around towards the end of the race it's gonna come right back to the middle because this track always does, especially when it gets slicked off. But we were able to hold on for the last couple laps there.
Yeah, I mean, were you surprised? It looked like there, as you're coming up on a run, Mike was kind of like running that top a little bit in front of you, but it just seemed like, I mean, he moved down for you. And then, I mean, Bicky, he almost did the same thing, dude. It was like you took control of those guys and were able to just make them run a little lower in 1 and 2. And, dude, I don't know if you could tell in the race car. I'm sure you could, but, dude, you were making the money coming off 2. I mean, you were absolutely hauling the mail. What was it about 1 and 2 that you figured out that those other drivers just couldn't quite figure out?
I think if you could just hit the cushion just right, it kind of you didn't really have to do much. I only had about half throttle on the top there, and as soon as we hit exit, I just went all the way down, and it just gripped and ripped. I'd admit I didn't put too crazy of a gear in, uh, thinking the track would go the way it did. Thankfully, and just catching the grip that was there off 2 was kind of gnarly. And then there wasn't much on 3 and 4. There was a little bit, but there definitely wasn't as much on in 1 and 2. But it slowly faded away. It just the slick just kept getting wider and wider and wider, and the track was kind of migrating back towards the middle there. So I'm glad I hit the top when I was.
And I know you mentioned gear there. Obviously, everybody's kind of has their own preferences, Dalton. But you as teammates, do you guys run majority the same setup, and then just little tweaks from here? Or do you guys kind of all run your own deal? Yeah. The only reason I ask is, are you and Mike in similar stuff tonight, or do you guys like to go your own way?
Sometimes we prefer our own stuff. I got a setup that I built a while ago. At like right during this most previous update for the dirt stuff, which is a couple months ago, I think. It's a pretty damn good setup for basically every track. It's more of a big track setup, but it actually works pretty good here. So whenever we load up to like Charlotte, Knoxville, Oswego, Port Royal, anything like that, we'll slap in the set that I built, and it's a really good setup. And like everybody bounces ideas off, like what gear. If you want to go a little tighter, bump your springs right front, spring rate up. I mean, we all work together. We don't typically just run our own stuff. If somebody's uncomfortable, they speak up. We share it. I mean, that's what a team's about, man.
Well, that's cool, man, and it's neat. You guys will all run everything off each other, but at the end of the day, you kind of everybody's got, like you say, their own driving style, so you'll bounce in
Yep.
your own direction a little bit, but it's neat. You guys all get that good base and got something to work from. And Dalton, every time you show up, man, at one of these things I do, you end up stealing it. I mean, it's crazy. You come out of nowhere, you bring these things home, Dalton. We could just get you to show up for every race. Jesus, man. We're going to be
I know,
handing
man.
you championship after championship, man.
I've been slacking on Sundays, man. Sometimes me and the old lady will go up to the father-in-law, well, her parents' house, and we'll watch NASCAR and cook out
Don't
on
blame
Sundays.
her.
And I'm not, dude. Good food, couple beers. Hell, I mean, come on. And so that's majority of the Sundays. I mean, hell, I think 2 Sundays I met DJ and I both missed because we both lost power because we only live right down the road from one another. So anytime we can get on a race with this crew, it's always eventful. But
Yeah, tell Dino he's making enough with that Super Dirt Car series. He needs to have you a generator in between the
yeah,
houses.
I know, right? Come on.
Yeah, like, I mean, come on.
You hear that, Dean?
Yeah, we'll have to get something worked out between him. But,
Super Dirt Car Series sponsored freaking Jenny. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. You just put a big sticker on the side of that thing. That looked good in the yard. But hey, Dalton, congratulations, man, on another big run. This was an amazing finish. Probably a little closer than you would have liked it to be, but you held on, brought it home after the good comeback. Congratulations, man. Who you want to thank?
Thanks, man. I gotta appreciate you for coming out and entertaining us for the night every Saturday or Sunday. Hats off to Tyler. It was a hell of a race. Great finish, man. Um, Willie, good job on the top three. I gotta thank everybody at Full Throttle Motorsports, my brother at DJ Sim Shop, my fiance Kristen, Do Pro Performance, Dean at Super Dirt Car Series, Gunner Swan Speed Shop, grippack.com. That's all I got, man. Appreciate it.
Well, hey, hell of a run, Dalton. Can't wait to talk to you again, brother. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. Hope we'll see you again.
Dalton, bringing home the checkered flag. And, well, you know the deal. Before we run off here, we got a couple people to thank. Swan Speed Shop, Expert Installation. Can't put on the broadcast without you guys coming on and, really helping things run smooth. So we all appreciate it here. But on behalf of everyone here with the Sunday Night Madness, make sure you tune in next week. The All-Star Challenge, that will be the championship race. We still got 2 weeks left here for the small blocks and big blocks, but make sure you don't miss a show. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be back next Sunday, 4:30 Eastern. Have a good night.